Today's date is October 11th, 2005. This is ID number 7915, Detective Joey Carey. Present with me is Detective...
We are on top of my watch, approximately 4:10 p.m. Present with me is... Say your name, please. And your name is? Okay. And you're here just for moral support, okay? And, Miss Hall, can you state your date of birth for me? Can you raise your right hand for me? You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Okay.
You finished high school?
Mm-hmm. In May.
In May of this year, 2005.
This year.
Okay. You're starting college very soon, correct?
January 9th, 2006.
Okay. So you understand everything that's going on here and everything that I'm asking you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Obviously, I've explained that I am investigating a case involving a subject that you may know. By the name of Jeffrey or Jeff Epstein. He's resident in Palm Beach. I believe you may have some information pertaining to this case. If you could, in your own words, can you explain from the beginning as to what happened?
There's like a year and a half, almost 2 years to go over. It's like, do you want me to go through everything, or do you want to specifically ask me stuff?
I'll start from how you met him, and then I'll take you through.
Heard me over top. We worked at, and I was mentioning to her how I wanted extra money to go to Maine.
Is that where you're from?
No, but I wanted to go camping. I like to go camping.
Right.
So I wanted to go camping for the summer, and I couldn't afford a plane ticket. And Sassy goes, oh, well, you can get a plane ticket in 2 hours. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. The plane ticket in 2 hours, what are you talking about? She goes, oh, you can go and give this guy a massage, and they'll pay you $200 for like 45 minutes or an hour. And that's all she told me. No details, no nothing. A couple days later, I believe it was a Saturday night. I'm almost positive it was, because I know I didn't have to go to school the next day. It definitely wasn't a Friday. So it was next Saturday night after that. She set it up, and I picked her up from her apartment, and we drove to the island, and I worked, and he paid her $400 for me.
Okay.
That was it.
Alright. And this was a year and a half ago, correct?
Maybe 2. I'm not sure. I didn't really keep track.
How old were you when you first went over there?
If it was 2 years ago, I was 16. If it was a year and a half, even 16 or 17, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I really don't know.
Okay. When you first went to give a massage, you explained that it was just a massage?
Just a massage.
Okay. Did she explain how you would have to be dressed to give a massage?
She said that he wanted cute girls, so I looked cute, did my best. I didn't think that it was what it was. I wasn't naive enough to think that he was going to pay me $200 just for nothing. I don't know. I don't know what was going through my head. I absolutely don't know. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, it could be legitimate. But I was also thinking, at the same time, is she fucking crazy? Like, this guy's not going to pay you money for not doing anything, not letting him cop a muffin, So I didn't know what to think. I was like, oh, I'll just go and I'll feel it out, and if I don't like it, I'll leave. Like, in the middle of it. Like, I don't care. If he does something that I have a problem with, then I'll leave.
Okay. When you went, you drove?
Mm-hmm.
You drove with Chassis?
Yeah.
Okay. You pulled up to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Take it from there.
Pulled up to the service entrance, went up through the little white gate that leads to the backyard. And she pressed the little intercom button thing, and said, it's Sassy, I have my friend with me. And they all knew I was coming. They knew me by name, greeted me with, like, oh, we're so happy to see you. Definitely will be ready in a second.
Who were you introduced to?
One of his girlfriends, one of his, slaves that he has lived with them. When I say slaves, like one of the girls that he bought to like have sex with him. I was introduced to one of them probably like that's his assistant, I think. I think they have sex, but I don't know. I was introduced to his assistant, and she's the one who told me that he would be ready in a second. And from there, I met various other girls. I didn't pay attention to who they were though, but I saw the time after that, so I remember her.
Okay. How were you brought to Jeffrey?
I'm trying to remember. There's a staircase in the kitchen, and I went through the staircase in the kitchen up to the master suite. There's two bathrooms. One has like a steam shower, and then the other one's like this. The other one is like it's just a regular bathroom, but then there's another bathroom with a steam shower, and like, I don't know, there's two bathrooms in there. I'll just make it easy. There's two bathrooms. I was brought into the one bathroom, the massage bathroom with the steam shower, and she was with me, and so I was like, oh, just wait here, yada yada. So, and we were waiting on the couch in the bathroom, and Jeffrey comes up, and he was like, hey, I'm Jeffrey. He just introduced himself, and he hands back. I remember this because I was pissed off that she got paid to bring me. I was pissed off. He hands her a lot of $100 bills and says thank you, and she says I'll wait for you downstairs, and it's like, smile, and that's how I was brought to Jeffrey. Okay.
Take me through the massage, that first massage.
I'm just trying to think. My picture in my head. I wore a skirt. I remember specifically what I wore. I wore a skirt and just a regular t-shirt. And I was massaging his leg, and he asked me to take off my skirt. And I said no at first. And he was like, come on, you're not showing. He talked me into it, basically. He's like, oh, you're not showing anything or did something. I don't even know. So I ended up taking off my skirt, and then he goes, well, I think he just started touching, the top of me. So then he asked me.
When you say the top of you, you mean the breast?
Yeah. And then he asked me to take off my shirt. So I took off my shirt, but I kept my underwear on, and I wouldn't take my underwear off. I told him no. And he still paid me the same amount. And that was that. I went home.
Okay. You had on your...
I had my panties on.
Panties?
Nothing else. I was topless. I gave him a massage, and I had my panties on. And he requested me to take them off, but I never. Okay.
Were they regular panties? Were they thong panties? Were they...
No.
You don't remember? Okay.
No.
Okay. During the massage, did he do anything for himself?
Yeah. What word do you want me to use? Because I already told you.
Whatever word, I know. Whatever word you feel.
I don't want to be crude.
Whatever.
Okay, well, I'll just say whatever. He masturbated.
Okay.
While I gave him... Oh, I don't want to say this a lot. He masturbated while I gave him a massage. And the massage was over as soon as he was finished with himself.
Okay. In other words, he...
finished with himself, and that was it. Yeah, he ejaculated.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay. That was the first time you went there. And then, I know, take a deep breath. I know, I can see it in your eyes already. From then on, you went there multiple times?
I first told him, I had a problem with it, what happened the first time, but $200 for 40 minutes, that was a lot for a 16-year-old girl making $6 an hour.
So you're saying you're sure you were 16 now?
I don't want to say I'm sure of my age. I was under 17, 100%.
So you were 16 and something. So you weren't, it wasn't your 17th birthday yet?
She's in the moment, I don't recall.
Yeah, sure, take your time.
This past summer, I was...
How old are you right now?
I'm 18 right now.
Okay, so this December... Not this past December, the one before, you turned 17. So it was before...
It was
2 Christmases ago.
During that summer.
So it was the summer before you turned 17.
As far as I remember, yes.
You missed one of those months. You don't know if it was June, July, August.
It was during the summer since I'm in school, is only considered like June, July, and half of August, and it was in between those because I wanted to go to Maine for the
Did you
summer.
go to Maine?
No. No, I did not.
If you remember that was the summer you wanted to go to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 summers ago when you were 16 years of age.
Yes. You were able to drive by yourself, so you had to be at least 16. Yeah, so I was 16.
When the first time you went, when he masturbated, did you see his number?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me if I saw like his hump.
No.
I saw all the above.
You saw him totally naked.
Yeah, 100% naked. He had his towel on for some of it. That doesn't mean anything, like, he was naked.
You took off the towel.
I saw everything, yeah.
Okay. You know the difference between circumcised and uncircumcised? Yeah. Would you say
He's uncircumcised.
uncircumcised?
I mean, I'm sorry, he is circumcised, my bad. He's circumcised, 110% sure. No, that's because he has some sort of birth defect on his thing. I don't know what it is. I've never, like, really looked at it, because I've never done anything where I had to touch it. I've never touched it out of a hole for the time. I never touched his penis. Like, I'm pretty sure he's rubbed it against me, but I've never ever been like, okay, I'm letting you do this, or I'm going to do this to you. It's really weirdly shaped. I don't know. Do you want me to, like, tell you this?
Yes,
Is this proof? Like,
I do want you to talk.
because also,
I know.
it's talking to your girlfriend. Don't think of when you're talking to your girlfriend. Okay. I'm just really embarrassed.
Okay.
Like a teardrop, like a duck water. It's really fat at the bottom and skinny at the top where it's attached. And he can never get really hard, ever. Like, I just could tell by looking at it. Like, by looking, you can obviously tell if you're hard or not. And I could tell that he wasn't. So I don't know if that's some sort of thing that he was wrong with him, but it definitely was not normal. And I mean, it's not like it's super around it, you know, but I've seen, and it was not normal.
Right, in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
The next time you went, or as you continued to go, did it escalate more?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember how long it took for me to start working for him regularly from the first time I went there. But I started working every day. Every single day he was in the country, I would be there. I'm sorry, give me a second.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. I started working there every single day. And, I told him that I wouldn't let him put anything inside of me. That was my rule. Nothing inside of me, no fingers, nothing. Absolutely nothing inside of me. He increased my pay to $300 or $400 as long as he could touch me. I swear, I never touched him the whole entire time. I never ever touched him. So
How many times would you say you went?
Hundreds. He used to tell me that I was his favorite. He bought me a car. He bought me a
Jeep?
No, I had a brand new Dodge Neon. I got a plane ticket to New York. I got spending money whenever I wanted. Like, I was in there deep. He asked my parents to emancipate me so I could live with him. Or he didn't ask my parents. He asked me to ask my parents. I'm sorry. He actually wanted me to come live with him.
As like a girlfriend?
Sex boys, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But it escalated. He just increased my pay as long as he could touch me. I wouldn't let him put anything inside of me. And then one day he just did. One day he just put his hand like his finger. And
how long would you say from the first time you went?
Months. Honestly, I never kept track of what happens when. I just can tell you in which order things progress. Like, not specifically, 3 months later he did this, 3 months later. Like, I can't do that.
Okay. When he purchased the car, how far were you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? He bought the car in. I don't recall. I haven't had it forever. I can do like a 4 months that it possibly was during, but I can't specifically
when you had the car?
Yeah, it was recently. It was like towards the middle and end of my school year. But I remember that for the last like 6 or 8 weeks of high school, I didn't have a car because I gave it back to him because he asked me to have sex with him and like suck him and stuff, and I was just like, no, definitely not. I was like, I'll let you touch me, but I'm not gonna do that. This is 2005, right? Yeah, the car was a Dodge Neon 2005. He got it for me before the New Year because I remember I got it. It was an edition that was a year before they were supposed to come out. So if I got it, I obviously didn't get a 2006 because that's this year. I got a 2005 Neon in 2004. 7 miles on it when I got it. The car was awesome.
Okay. And that's the car that you used to drive to and from?
To and from school, to South my friends.
And to his house when he was?
Oh, his house all the time, yeah.
What color was it?
Like a neon blue. Like a really bright blue. It was really pretty. Not that that makes a difference.
And you gave it back?
Yeah.
Was this after you graduated from high school? Or?
No, I gave it back before I graduated. It got too sticky for me. He wanted more than I was willing to give. I didn't want to suck his dick. I didn't want to have sex with him. I never did that, and I wanted to be able to walk away from this saying that I never did that, and I'm glad that I did.
Okay.
So I just gave it back and said, I don't need a car.
Okay.
But I lied to him when I gave it back. I didn't want to burn my bridges because he was a spectacular time to have. Spectacular. Even when I didn't work for him, until this day, I haven't talked to him in like a couple months, but as far as he knows, he's cool. I don't know how to, I'm sorry, like a million things are going through my head right now, and I'm just getting a little tongue-tied. If I called him today, he would give me as much money as I asked him for. He doesn't know that I hate him the way I do. I kept that connection. I figured he used me, I'd be able to use him. I hate to say that, but I figured if I wanted to use him, I could.
Okay. Let me bring you back a little bit.
Okay.
When did things start to escalate as far as things happening when the massages were given?
He escalated whenever he wanted. I don't clearly understand the question.
Okay. The first time you went, you were naked.
Are you asking for a date, or you're asking
No.
for how in the little steps that things progressed? Well, I went and I wouldn't take off my pants at first, and then he got me to get naked. Then he got me to let him love me. Then he got me to let him stick his fingers in me. Then he got me to let him go down on me. Then, that was pretty much the gist of it, except this one time where he bent me over the table and put himself in me without my permission.
Okay.
And I flipped out.
Alright,
And I'm sorry to ask you, but I don't count that as me having sex with him. He did that. Because I just told you that I never had sex with him. I never did, I don't know what you'd consider that. But I go, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I just see this. Or I just want to get to see this. I'm sorry, I got to see this. I just to see this.
Okay. Let me back you up.
Okay.
When you were completely naked, the same things happened. You went in, you massaged him.
Sometimes I didn't even do like that. Sometimes he just asked me to take off my clothes and he'd have to do work. And he'd be sitting at his desk or something and I'd just be naked there watching television and reading a book, but I'd be naked. Or sometimes he wanted to just watch TV or read and he'd lay in his bed and he'd ask me to just take my clothes off and lay with him. And that's it, not touch it or anything, and I'd get paid $300 for taking a nap for 20 minutes. Sometimes he'd just invite me over for breakfast or dinner or just to use the swimming pool, and I'd get paid for that too.
Okay.
hang out with them. That's it. And if the money wasn't there, I wouldn't have ever been at that house.
Okay. When he started to touch you,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Before I say anything else. Is there a possibility that I'm going to have to go to court or anything? Like, that's a possibility, right?
well, here's the thing. When this is all said and done, we're going to sit down, we're going to discuss this. I mean, what he did to you was a crime. I'm not going to lie to you.
Would you consider rape? Like, would you consider that to be rape that he did?
When he put himself inside you without permission.
I didn't say yes or anything. He just, like, I was standing up and the table is about, like, my hip length. He just put me down.
That is a crime. That is a crime.
I don't want my family to find out about this. My family doesn't know any of this. My mom thinks I was his secretary for 2 years. Or however long, a year and a half. My mom thinks I made phone calls for him and that's how I was making my grade money. That's it. I don't want her to know anything.
You're an adult. You're an adult now.
Well, I mean, whatever, I don't know. I'm sorry, go ahead.
When we're done with this interview, we'll discuss this further and we'll decide what the best course.
Justin's gonna judge me. You guys realize that, right? He's gonna figure this out, and I'm not safe now. You understand that, right? I'm not safe.
He is not this person that he's portraying himself to be.
Well,
Why do you say you're not safe? Has he said he's hurt people before?
Well, I've heard him make threats to people on the telephone, yeah, of course.
This life, you're going to die, you're going to break your legs.
All the above, but that's not the point.
Who's he talking to?
I'm not a man, I don't know. I don't know, I've heard those conversations. I mean, I've been in a room when he's been on the phone with like Bill Clinton. Like, I've witnessed lots of things. I just want to know specifically what y'all want to know.
Everything.
I go there every day. Like, I don't know how many other girls he was saying, you're my favorite, and I want you to resist me to, but I was in about as deep as you can get.
Yeah, quite a few girls even say that too.
You know, I thought so pretty much, you know.
Yeah, quite a few girls even say that too. But, when did you smoke last time you saw him?
Before the summer.
Like May or June, when you get the call back,
Probably.
Graduated.
Mm-hmm.
When did that
Or maybe a little after I graduated. I don't remember.
When did that incident happen when he bent over the table?
I remember.
Was it recent or was it like a year ago?
It was probably in like somewhere in the middle of the time that I worked there. It was definitely before December, if that's what you're trying to get at.
17 when he did that too?
Oh yeah, I was. Definitely.
And we're going to get to that in just a minute, but getting back to when you were naked.
Okay.
And you were providing the massages.
They were legitimate massages, by the way. I don't want to be in trouble for anything.
No. I'm telling you, you are not a suspect in this in any way, shape, or form.
So, honestly, I don't trust cops. So, I just I've had a bad experience. So, I just wanted to be clear on that.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you right now that I didn't even bring handcuffs with me up here.
No, I don't know. And I mentioned it to somebody that I didn't say anything, but I mentioned it that I had to go talk to police about something that was personal to my boyfriend. And he got to flip out if he knew I was talking about this specific stuff with anybody. He was just like, make sure that you're not the one getting investigated.
I can assure you you're not.
Okay.
When the massage, okay, first of all, do you have any formal massage training?
Hell no.
Okay. Alright, I was just asking. When you were providing the massages and things started to escalate, when he started to touch you, you said earlier, was it with his hands or with something else?
With his hands. I remember he would kiss me and stuff too. that. And when he kissed me, like if he was jerking off, he would like rub himself like on my breast, and I don't know how to make it sound. Yeah, I was extremely uncomfortable, and I would maneuver myself away from that activity. I'd get up and I'd move somewhere else, or I don't even remember. I would stop whatever was going on without saying, "Get the fuck off me." I would stop it without saying stuff like that.
Okay.
This is my action.
So he would touch you with his hand. Yeah. And did he touch you with anything else?
I just told you he touched his penis.
I know. Old boys or...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can you describe?
He used to have a back massage thing that it was like the ball on the end and it vibrated. And he would use that. And then for his birthday, he and I went shopping. And we got a bunch of toys. I don't know how to tell you guys all this stuff without you thinking that I enjoyed this. Like, because I had a choice whether or not to go shopping with her. I made this decision. I'm the one who did this stuff. But it doesn't mean that I felt right about it. But yeah. He was lost toys on me. Like, I don't know, like, specifically, y'all want to know. Like, he all the time. Everything. Like, whatever was there. If you wanted to use something else, you use whatever was there. Like,
what kind of vibrators did you use?
Like white and like, maybe it was like this color, but like blue. Like, you see the gray, and it's a grayish on the pipe.
Right.
The pipe. Like, gray was like a little bit more blue, like that. Okay. And it had a white, like, end. It had like a white handle, and it had a ball on the end. It was just giving back massages. And then there was kind of red one. That's what it was. Then Jack-on was testing it also as well. Everything, like any toy you can think of, you can use on me.
Okay.
And I'm not, definitely not by my choice. It was like, oh, it's there and it's happening now. I think.
Okay. Did you ever stop him and say, hey, listen, I'm not good with that?
Yeah, definitely. Before I let him, like before things progressed where I would let him touch me, I would not let him do anything to me, even with stuff that wasn't attached to his body. I said no for a very long time until he upped it by like $100 or $200, you know?
Okay. When you say strap on, did he use the strap on?
No, but he probably would need to. Sorry, I'm just trying to make myself feel a little bit better. Well, I don't know if you would count like him. He never actually put it on, but it was him in the bedroom, and we were all in bed together, and I was messing around with her, you know, and he was watching. And
at his request?
Every time except one time was at his request. The time that it was not his request was on his birthday. And instead of getting paid $300, I got paid like $500-600. It was a gift, I guess you could call it a gift from me. We went shopping at this like sex place, and we bought a bunch of stuff, and then we just went at it in front of them. And I don't know. It's not like I was enjoying it either. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh God, when this is over, you get so much money. Like that's what I would think of. I just close my eyes and think of something else.
Okay. Let's get to the point where he's actually inserting his fingers inside you. At what point from when he started just touching you to the point where he actually put his fingers inside?
Once in the beginning, and at the time I was dating somebody, and that person was aware of what I did, and was like, this person, by the way, who says this stuff that I'm about to tell you, is like now a crack crackhead, like on drugs, so they're way whack. They're like crazy. And he was asking my boyfriend, he goes, oh, I have no problem with it. As long as you have anything inside of you, I don't really care. Yeah, so during that time, like, I wouldn't let Jeffrey do anything. But after me and the kid broke up, he offered me, like, okay, hold on, let me better explain that, because it's going to be confusing what I was going to say. I wouldn't let him put anything in me until one day he did, just out of nowhere. And I said, wait a second, my boyfriend, you know, we have this thing, you can't do that, you know, I'm allowed to work here as long as you don't do that. And he said, okay. Well, a couple months later, I guess he assumed me and my boyfriend had broken up, and he just did it one day. He just did it without asking or anything. And then I said, what are you doing? I said, you know, that's not cool. And he goes, oh, I thought we did that last time. And I said, no, we did not do that last time. And then he goes, then he just offered me more money. He's like, well, why don't I just give you something extra and we can try this out? And I was like, it's a very hard guy to say this, so I don't know if any of you have ever talked to him. Yeah.
I haven't spoken with him, but
yeah.
from what I can tell.
Well, if you talk to him, he straight up tries to control the situation. There's every word that comes out of your mouth, it seems like he already knows what you're going to say. Like, that's his job. That's how he made his money, is knowing what people are going to say and what people are going to do.
What did he tell you he does for a living?
Well, there's a couple things. Things that I found by myself. Things that I looked up on the internet. What he specifically told me when I asked him the first time was, oh, I'm a brain scientist. And I said, what the fuck is a brain scientist? I was like, that's not a real job. You're like, tell me the truth. But anyway, I took that as, he told me, his explanation was, it's my job to know how people's brains work. And I said, whatever the fuck that means, whatever, you know, you're just a guy, and I went home. And then I looked up on the internet, about him, and he was apparently he worked for a financial firm, and he would invest other people's money. Like, people sign their fortunes over to him, he invests it, and he gets commission off of the money that they make. And then he just takes, I know that he himself, besides investing other people's fortunes, you know, he's invested all his money, he owns tons of companies, sponsors sports teams, does stuff like that, he makes his money everywhere.
Right.
And especially, he does a lot of modeling stuff with modeling agencies, and I know that he's involved in stuff like that also. You know, he promised me, I think the reason I held on so long is he promised me that I would get into NYU. That I would get into NYU and he would pay for it. And I waited, and I scored 3 on my SATs. I got 4.0. Like, I did great in school. I filled out my application, and he told me that it wasn't good enough. And so I filled it out again, and it was like 3 times. So I'm pretty sure he wasn't checking into it. He was just telling me that he was. But I think that has a lot to do with the reason I stayed there so long. Because my dream was like right in front of me, you know? And it was so close.
Aside from having been with, was there anybody else that you brought to the house?
I got a few people. She posted me actually, because they got out that I did this. Like, everyone at school knew. You know, everyone talked all.
It was a circle, and
it was a little circle, and yeah, one girl told, oh, I to do this, and then, you know, not that I would want anybody to get involved in this, but I brought girls I didn't like and really frankly did not give a shit about. Girls that I knew were fake, that would do anything. Like, girls that would just, like, suck dick in the bathroom at school. Like, not even people that I was friends with. I just hear a rumor about a girl, and be like, hey, I know a way you can make $2 million. But I would tell them before they went, I would tell them flat out, like, this is what you gotta do. Are you cool with this? Because I'm not gonna take you if you're not. And I told them, they all knew that I got paid to bring them. And it was after I never did anything though. She took off her shirt. She was a little overweight, so he didn't want anything to do it. She was my best friend. But, you know, she was another story. I did care about her. But, she lost her house and stuff and I needed money. people, but I don't think I ever actually bought other people.
Okay. Did anything ever happen between you and the two girls that you brought there?
She was really nervous, so she wanted me to go on with her. And I stayed with her. I took all my clothes off and I did my regular thing, and she just took her shirt off. And then he said, okay, we're going to finish up here. Do you want to go eat right by the pool? And she went downstairs and went to me, and I still naked.
Okay.
And that was that. And she got paid, I think, $200 or $300 for that. Probably two, because it was her first time. The way it went was, if you worked there for the first, 3 times, you got paid $200. After that, if you were persistent and worked all the time, it was on average $200. Sometimes I got paid $1,000 just for the same thing. No varying in activities. Just sometimes I'd walk out of there with $1,000, or I got lots of gifts. Like, I got lots of stuff from the guy. I don't know. She just went up in the room and did her thing, and she continued to work for him afterwards. I don't know. I don't think she still does. She may not, I don't know.
Okay. You went quite a few times with the Neon. You actually had an encounter with one of the doormen when you were coming to get an
That was in my Riata, actually. I drove a little Riata. I was coming to get an envelope with $2,000 in it, my Christmas bonus. Oh my god. The cop actually was like, how do you know Jeffrey? I was like, I'm friends with his girlfriend. They use his pool every once in a while or something. But that's crazy. Yeah, the housekeeper just was expecting me, but he didn't know. He was gone when I arrived, and then he came home and saw that there was a car, and he didn't realize that it was my car, but he was expecting me. So he called the police. I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm just coming here to pick up money. But that was that.
Okay. Let's get to the part where things escalated. You do something. Let me go ahead and stop this tape and start another one because there's something at the end.
You don't have anything funny with you, do you?
Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop the tape. Time by my watch, approximately 5:02 p.m. About 3 p.m. We were just about to get started with as it escalated. Tell me how it happened.
He would just try things on occasion, and if I let him do it, then he would, at the end, put in more money without even, it was kind of an unspoken thing. If it happened and I let it happen, I'd get paid more. If it didn't happen, then obviously it was the same. But on a few occasions I told you that I did say no. And I let it be. I stayed fast on my word, and he still gave me extra money on that one. But then a couple times that I said no, he talked me into it and then paid me more money. He always paid me more money, even if I didn't do what he asked me to do extra.
Okay. So walk me through this, and I know this is going to be hard for you. Walk me through this here. You're giving me a massage. You're naked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Take it from there.
Yeah, most of the time, I go to the lower bathroom, he'd ask me to get naked. He'd ask what he could do to me. And that was like that. Towards the end, like, I just got naked and...
Would he perform oral sex on you?
Sometimes.
Okay. Did you ever perform anything on him?
I've never touched him intentionally. I've never laid a hand on him. Not a body part, nothing. Not a hair on my head. I've never touched him.
Okay. When he did oral on you, were you still 16? Was this towards the beginning?
Yeah, it wasn't like at the end. Like all that stuff was in the beginning. Like once we broke the barriers of me like letting him do stuff, all the major stuff that took place in the beginning. I never. That was only like 4 or 5 times, and none of it was since my birthday. Since this last birthday, none of it was after that.
Okay. Did he ever hurt you?
Sometimes he got violent, yeah.
Violent as in what? As in...
He'd pull my hair a lot harder than should have been pulled. Like, okay, I can understand having sex and you're all in, not that we were having sex, but I mean, like, if you're all into it and you pull the hair a little bit, like my ponytail was like a little bit, whatever, but he would pull it to where it would rip my hair out. It would rip my hair, and then sometimes he would pick me up and, like, throw me whichever way he wanted me, and then he would just, like, use the toy or, like, his hand or whatever. Never his penis, ever. I never had sex with him. But,
well, you're a little girl, I mean, so...
I'm little, so he could pick me up. Like, if he picked me up and throw me, obviously, it's gonna hurt. Like, it hurt me.
Did you ever tell him it hurt you? No.
No. I wasn't...
When he was doing these things to you, kissing, touching, inserting his fingers, oral, did he ever hurt you down there? In your vagina area?
I don't know, I'm sure he was a little rough on occasion, but none specifically, nothing that really stands out. I mean, there's been nights that I walked out of there barely being able to walk, from him being so rough, but nothing specific that he really got violent with. Like, I can't really recall.
Nothing that you'd have to...
Nothing that I would be like, oh my god, this one time he did this. Like, nothing like that.
Okay, nothing that you'd have to go to a doctor for, to say, you know...
Nothing that I went to a doctor for, no. I mean, I remember getting tore up, but it was nothing that...
By tore up, you mean...
Sure, like, he would get, like, really rough, and I'd get cut. I'd get cut, like, ripped a little bit, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay. You don't have to answer this. Just you're getting real personal, but... Were you active before him?
Like, had I had sex? Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not a hoe. I've had only 3 steady boyfriends, and those are the only 3 that I've ever done anything with. And they were all with me for over a year each. So it's not like I just go and hook up at parties. This was the most crazy, promiscuous, whatever you want to call it, thing that I've ever done. And it was the money. It was the money and the gifts, and that's it.
What was the most you ever made from him?
Like,
monetary-wise. You mentioned you walked out with a G, over $1,000 one time.
I walked out with, like, yeah, $1,000 one time, but then again, I walked out with a car one time. Are you talking things of, like, that? Like, are you talking about, gift-wise or specifically cash? Like, I've got, thousands of dollars worth of shit. Yeah, the underwear I'm wearing right now, he gave to me. Like, I go over there and there'd be a bag of Victoria's Secret underwear, like, waiting for me, like, talking, like, $1,500 worth of stuff. Got a plane ticket from him once. I got a car. I got Christmas bonuses. I got movie tickets. Like, he'd buy me movie tickets. Like, he'd say, hey, have you gone to the movies lately? I'd be like, I don't know. No, not really. He goes, do you want to go? He'd give me, like, 8 movie tickets. I got show tickets. I went and saw, like, David Copperfield. I had, like, VIP, like, tickets or something like that.
The car, was that under your name or was it under his name?
No, it was under his. Like, I didn't really care. Like, he was letting me drive around as much as I wanted. You know, I just got the keys to it. And everything else was his business. He said if I ever got pulled over, just to say that it was his car and whatever. That's it.
Let's talk about the time that he forced himself on you. Take me through that one.
We were really, I think it was with Nadia was in the room. And,
Was she naked?
I don't know, probably. Like, it was, I don't remember at the time, I don't remember at the time whether or not, so it was towards the end of my session, or whatever you want to call it. So, she was probably either getting dressed or was still naked, I don't really know. I think she was still naked, though.
Was it normal for her by this time to be upstairs with you?
If I went there, if I saw her up there, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't get surprised when I saw her in the room. Sometimes she would just, like, she liked me, like, she would hang out with me, and I would go to the house and we'd eat breakfast together, or, like, hang out by the pool or something. It's not like I just went there and did my thing with her in front of him. I don't know, but, there you go.
Okay. So, you went up there, getting dressed?
Oh, yeah.
You were there?
No, this was at the end of, like, it was me, him, like, Steve was, like, sucking his dick and, like, fucking him and stuff. But, like, that was while I was, like, maybe kissing her, you know, touching her in some which way or the other. And, towards the end of this, I remember that I had already finished, because I remember it being really uncomfortable. So I remember specifically that I had already finished. It was me,
What do you mean by you finished with?
He gave me an orgasm with his hand.
Okay.
Francis, I need to show you, like, what I'm talking about, like, the position where we were. It was like, okay, there's things, there's the little shower thing, then here's the massage table. I was right here, he was right here, she was here. And I was standing up, and he just pushed me over the table, and then he did his thing with me.
Were you facing the table?
I was face down on the table, like face down, hands like on my head, holding. I mean, I wasn't fighting really, so I don't know if he was holding me down to kind of stop me from fighting or what he was doing. He's just a really weird. He's like really weird stuff. Like, I was just bent over and my face was on the table. I was face down on the table, and then he did his thing. So anyway. Was right here, and I'm pretty sure she was naked, and the couch was like right behind. But that's how it happened.
How long did that take?
He was only in me for like a minute or so. I don't even know if you could say that long. He put it in, did a couple pumps or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I go, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I just wanted to see this." And that was that.
Did he ejaculate inside?
No, not in me, not on me. I don't remember any time. I don't remember specifically that time. Whether or not he finished from having sex with me or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. How much do you call? That was in the middle of the 2-year thing.
Not so much towards the end, but definitely once I was comfortable with working there, once I just go there a lot, yeah. It had to be towards the middle. Because towards the end, I only worked very sporadically throughout, like, maybe once or twice a month, not even. In the middle, I was working the most. I worked every day that he was in the country. Every single day.
Okay. From that moment on, that's when the car came in? After that, the car came?
I told him that my parents kicked me out. Okay, this is how it went. Like, I'm sorry, I'm remembering more and more as I talk to you. I worked for him, and then I think after, like, things started getting, like, two, once he started going further and further, I stopped working for him for a little while. He left a message on my cell phone. My mom took my cell phone away, and she checked my messages and said, she wants to know if you can come by and bring a friend. And my mom goes, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you a prostitute? And I was like, no, Mom, I'm just a secretary. And, he has a girlfriend, doesn't have any friends. And, she wanted me to bring over people to hang out, And my mom was like, okay, I don't know. She was in denial, obviously. I think she knows that he's down in her heart. But, after my mom heard that message, she made me phone him. She made me call, and tell her right in front of my mom made me tell her right in front of her that I couldn't work there anymore, that I couldn't go there anymore. And then a few months went by, and I guess you could say a month or two. I don't want to say a few months because it wasn't that long, but it was a month or two. And then I called him, and I told him that my parents kicked me out, and so they weren't going to interfere with anything. And then I continued to work. Towards the end, I stopped working for about probably 6 weeks. Because my boyfriend knows, the kid that I'm still with now, it's tore him up to know that I did this with somebody. Because he cares a lot about me and stuff. And I stopped working, but then I lied a couple times that I worked. But then Will found out, and that's when he broke up with me, and then once he broke up with me, that was what I needed to really snap me into reality and quit. But there was I'd say 3.5 months, during that time.
This year?
Well, this year was only maybe 6 weeks that I didn't work since the new year, since the beginning of this new year, from January 1st to April. In between then was probably 6 weeks where I didn't work. And then, I don't remember when my other hiatus was. I don't really remember, but that was towards, the beginning.
What did you do with all the money that you made?
Do I have to tell you? Because I don't think it's anything.
Okay, you don't have to.
I'm sorry. I'm not, involved in drugs or anything like that, but I really just don't want to tell you.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything to show for any of this. I spent it all.
Okay.
Okay.
I get paid, I spend my money too. So it happens, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I just told you on the New Year, I was in New York on his time. So, yeah.
Were you there on his plane?
No, not on his plane. He was using his plane. I think he had to do something. He has owned the island in the Caribbean. He was on the ride, I'm sure. But I think he was flying to his island, and he had some work to do. He was going to originally fly me in his jet, but something happened with work, and it just worked out better. So he paid for my ticket. And then, because he was supposed to be in New York when I went there, I was supposed to stay at his home, but like I said, he had to use his plane to go somewhere else unexpectedly. So I stayed with my boyfriend's family that was up there. So while I was up there, he got me $400 front row seats to Phantom of the Opera. He set it up real nice. He gave me spending money, paid for my plane ticket, he paid for everything. Everything.
Okay. Have you ever been in his plane?
No, I've seen it though. I've been to the airport and I've seen it. It has a J.E. Julia Echo. Sorry, that's I just remember that's what he told me it meant. It's a black plane. There's a black one, and then there's I forget what the other one looks like. I saw the other one from afar. There's a black plane and then another plane.
Okay. Has he tried to contact you recently, or?
Yeah, I could call him today and be like, I need.
No, but I'm talking recently, within the past couple weeks. That's from the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. But only through email, and my responses have been, I haven't responded recently since I was contacted before, but the last 2 contacts I had with him was before I moved here, which I moved here on August 1st. Sometime before I moved here, I told him I wrote in an email that somebody mysteriously, can you stop?
No.
I told him that somebody mysteriously called my house and told my parents, what I did with him. And I just was like, I made it seem like somebody called and ratted me out to my mom and dad. And I was like, I can't, work for you as of right now. Blah, blah, blah. But at that point, I mean, I didn't want to work for him. I just didn't want to burn my bridge if you catch my drift. So I just told him that I got ratted out, and then he answered, or actually, it's his assistant answered, but it's him. If you're talking to his assistant, you're talking.
Not the same people.
No, is some other chick. She's like his girlfriend or whatever you want to call it, and then is one of his girlfriends also. I know her, and then is there she's like his main assistant, like his official assistant, who really does his assistant work.
Who travels with him and
stuff like that. He has other girls that he calls assistants, but they just screw him. That's it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I really go off on a tangent, and I completely forget what the original thing was.
We were talking about if you ever flew in the plane, or have you recently talked about...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the emails. I didn't do that. I apologize. He answered me with, that's really unfortunate, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you need any help with school, any costs, tuition, books, anything like that, just let me know. So I wrote back and I just asked, I said, what suggestions do you have for classes to take? And he, from him, wrote accounting, negotiation, and basic law. Like, I remember he wrote those, and he again reminded me that if I wanted anything, if I needed any financial help or anything like that, that he would set it up. He would help me out, no problem. And I haven't contacted either of them since, and that was probably 4 or 6 weeks ago. I don't really remember specifically. It was after I moved here, but not after I talked to the other.
You haven't had any phone conversations with them? And you still have the same cell phone number? Is that how?
I deleted off his number a long time ago.
No, but I mean, do you still have the same number?
Yeah, I still have the same number. Like, if she wanted to call me, she could call me. I forgot that, still works for him. He's been really deep, and, like, I really, like, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but if you could contact her to get it out of her to stop talking to him, or something.
Well, indeed. What do you mean?
She has sex with him. Like, that's not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be giving him a massage naked, not having sex with him.
How old was she when she started?
Oh, after she was 18.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a year older than me, and she started recently within the past, like, after the new year. I don't remember.
Are there drugs ever involved?
No, he's very very healthy, very fit. He jogs every day on the beach. He does yoga, all that stuff. He has a gym in his house. He's never taken a drink of alcohol ever, not once in his life. At least that's what he says. I don't really know. And he's never tried any drugs, never smoked a cigarette, never nothing.
How about pornography? Any in his house?
What type of pornography?
Any type.
Any type?
Specifically children, young women.
I don't know if you can.
Girls.
Oh, he's got lots of naked pictures of teenage girls, like the real photographs that he took, not.
Like
not
you said there was one of you?
Pictures of me.
Naked.
That was.
And you were 16.
Yeah, like how else can I say it? I was naked. I had no clothes on.
He would just say, let me take pictures of you?
He goes, I don't even know what he said. I don't want to say something because it might be wrong, but he just, I guess, asked me to take pictures, and that's how it went. And I said,
was it just like,
hey.
Just like a fun, or were you doing stuff?
I was just like, it was me standing in front of a big white marble bathtub he has his own bathroom, and then the girls that sleep over, he has a second bathroom for guests, or whatever the hell you want to call them. And it was in the guest bathroom, in his master suite. And it wasn't like I was, spreading my legs or anything for the camera. I was standing up. I think I was standing up, and I just, it was me kind of, looking over my shoulder, kind of smiling, and that was that.
And now he has that up on his wall or something?
No, he's got other... Excuse me. He has other...
story.
No, I look like I'm insane asleep. If you go in his bathroom, I mean, I don't know, like, he has naked photos of other teenage girls, like, around his house. One thing that really bothered me, though, he has a picture of his goddaughter, like, with no, like, panties on. And it always grossed me out. Like, it's a picture of her, like, she's mooning him. And I don't know if you can, I wouldn't put a picture like that in my house, honestly. Like, that causes a little, it raises a few questions. Like, it's questionable if it can be considered pornography, child pornography. But I wouldn't put a picture of a little girl with her skirt pulled up on my wall. Like, no.
Do you know if he ever videotaped any of these?
No, not with me there. I was just thinking, I don't remember anything like that. If he has videotapes with me, I don't know, he might have videotapes. He's got photographs. He could ruin my life if he wanted to.
But not that you're aware of.
Not that I'm aware of, no. Want her phone number?
If you have it.
No, I got it. I know it, actually. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I want to search the right one. I really care about her, and I didn't even take her to this. I mentioned it, and she goes, oh, yeah, I already heard about it from somebody else. Like, I wasn't mentioning it like, do you want to do it? I was mentioning it like, oh, I have to go. She was my friend. She knew what I did. I was like, oh, I got to go to Jeffrey's today. She knew what that meant. And she goes, oh, would you mind if I went there? And I was like, whatever. Why do you want to do it? She's like, oh, I was talking to somebody. Figured I'd do it. Her number is...
If there's a picture of you in the house, it's of when you were 16.
Or 17.
Or 17.
Or 17. Definitely not. No, there wasn't much activity between us since I turned 18.
Okay.
I mean, I remember just about everything. Like, I remember down to the letter what happened since the New Year. Like, nothing major. Nothing, like, heavy happened.
What do you mean by heavy? You mean...
No, I mean, like, he laid off with, like, going down on me and stuff like that. When I went there... Hey, Dad? Daddy, I'm still at work. I gotta call you when I get home, okay? Alright. Okay, bye-bye. Where was I?
After the New Year's.
Oh, yeah, after the New Year, not that he wouldn't, but, like, he just didn't. Like, I didn't get, like, nothing significant happened with us. He didn't. It was just, like, it was that, like, really mild.
Did he know you turned 18 at that point?
He was jumping for joy.
When you turned 18? So there's no doubt in your mind
He bought
when you were 100%.
My birthday gift for being 18 was a plane ticket to New York City. Like, I left at 4:30 in the morning on my 18th birthday to go to New York to be with him. And, I mean, he didn't tell me, I didn't know. He had a chauffeur pick me up from the airport in a bulletproof black Mercedes. I remember that specifically. I got pictures of that, too, if you all want some pictures. But, whatchamacallit, yeah. I didn't know that he wasn't going to be there until after the chauffeur picked me up and said, Jeffrey's on the phone for you, and he handed me a phone. And then I spoke to Jeffrey. Jeffrey was like, I'm not going to be able to be there, but I set all this stuff up for you. You're going to have a great time. Like, you know, then that was that. I got somebody to stay with. And,
was he ever into the S&M type of thing?
I don't know what that is. Like, are you talking about, like, whips and chains and stuff?
Like the tying up, the...
I don't know what you'd call a strap on. Like, I don't know what you'd call that. He never, like...
All these toys you're mentioning, he penetrated you with these?
Specifically with the strap on.
But these other toys?
He himself penetrated me with these items.
And you were, then again, before you were 18?
I swear to that, yes.
on the thing with the strap on. She's penetrated it.
Yeah, she's done that with other stuff too. She's gone down on me. Like, he's asked me to go down on her, and when I say no, he flashes $200 in front of me. Says, do it for 5 minutes, and you get this, and I'll do it for 5 minutes. It's disgusting what I do for money.
But that was once again, you're way before you're 18. Doing this to you.
Yeah.
How many times did you say that happened? And him.
And him? It could be as little as like 5 times, or as much as like, Hello? Hey honey, are you at work? I'm talking to some people right now. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you think we're going to be here for like another hour or whatever? No? We're going to be done pretty soon. Okay, well, he says we're going to be done pretty soon. So, I don't know. Would you just wait at home for me? I'm not having a great day. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Is your boyfriend? He said he didn't know. You mentioned you didn't tell him you were talking to him?
I didn't tell him that you guys were investigating, like, Jeffrey and stuff. God, no.
Okay.
I said I had to talk to some people about a few things, like, and that was that.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Well. Yeah, I mean, you said you had photographs. What kind of, just of the New York trip? Do you have any photographs from inside the house or anything like that?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Hold
no
on.
problem. It is a different season.
I don't think I have any photographs. I might. I could look at my house. But I kind of figured he didn't want me taking photographs in his house either, so I really don't think I did that. I just got pictures of, like, his car and, like, his chauffeur and stuff, like, that's it.
Is there anyone else that you
We're involved.
interacted in the house?
That, yeah, it was just,
You didn't have anyone else?
it was, and now, this,
No.
oh, I mean, like, if you tell me last name, I could probably tell you who she is. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look through it for just 1 second. Yeah. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Who do you say that is?
It's Adriana.
That's Adriana, right?
Her name?
No.
Okay.
No, her name is...
Okay. Is that the girl that was killed? No, I was under the impression that she told me that she came from Chicago when she was like 15 with Jeffrey. So, like, I don't understand what the hell is going on.
You know that girl?
I don't know. She was like every other day.
Well, I don't have anything further, do you? Did you show the picture of the one girl or no? I did. But that's not the same person she saw. That's not the same person. And the last time you spoke to him on the phone was, what, 6 weeks ago? Or even longer than that? Did they leave you any messages recently? No one ever contacted you or anything?
No, I think I even deleted the email. If my boyfriend found those emails to shoot me, I'd get kicked out of the house. So I'm pretty sure they're gone. I deleted them.
Remember his screen name?
Or his and whatever, yeah.
Was that?
I don't know who. I have no idea. I didn't bother to ask. It was none of my business.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything further. Would you like to add anything else to the statement? What do you want to see happen to Jeffrey?
I don't think anything's going to happen to him.
No, that's not what I asked you. What do you think should happen to Jeffrey? For what he did to you?
I don't even care if he goes to jail. I just don't want this to happen to anybody else, whatever that means to you guys.
And that's what we're trying to stop here. Yeah, that means a lot. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and conclude the statement. The time on my watch is 5:40 p.m.